Yes, yes, yes. Back in the flesh, Matic and Roses. We got a special guest today. We got my homeboy. We've been talking about his charity for a minute. Bags Without Barriers, doing great things
Yes,
in the
sir.
community. Justin Juice O'Surgimo is with us. He's going to be with us for the rest of the show. Bigging up the brand. We're going to talk about the brand. But first, let's just get into news and entertainment because it's been a crazy week. No Diddy.
No doubt.
Last week we spoke about Diddy being outside, and within minutes of us leaving, Diddy was taken in full custody. I don't know if it was by the feds, Miami police. I don't know where Diddy was.
It was so evident. I believe it was in New York. So from what I got, Sean Diddy Combs was taken into federal custody, and has been arrested in New York after grand jury indictment. And he's also looking for indictments in Florida and LA in the coming days, weeks, months.
What are you guys saying? It's a wrap for Diddy.
He's cooked, doggy. He is cooked. We say, Juice.
I think that's it, man. I think he's they got him dead to rights right now. So I think he's in a Brooklyn jail too. I think that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So, like he's not even getting like the white collar crimes when they put him in the luxury.
Bro.
They put him like in the real shit right now. So he's in the mix. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, so ultimately, he's been denied bail twice right now, just ultimately because they deem him as a flight risk. I guess that whole what happened when what's popping.
What did I say when we started this show and this Diddy stuff came out?
Run.
I said, yo.
Run.
Your Timberland boots got to feel like Nike's Airs on you. Like, get out of Dodge.
Listen, Roses called it. I'm not going to front. Roses called it.
When Russell got wind of what was going on, Russell went. 5 million in Thailand can serve you a lifetime, bro.
Bali's beautiful. Bali is beautiful, dog.
Yo, what are you staying here to figure out? You know that. Okay, as soon as this happens, everybody's coming out on the woodworks on you. So what are you staying to wait to see? Oh, am I gonna beat the kid? No, dip.
You know what? He had to have been informed or something he was gonna get extradited no matter where he was. They
can't get you in Bali and all that.
Listen,
they would have got Russell
enough money. Russell is a weird case because
he could have went to Cuba.
Listen, hey. The fact that Russell's still on the lam,
he's chilling, bro. Yo. 5 million, like it's like $7 a day for immaculate meals out there. Like you're good if you're
Gucci.
Out there.
Yeah, you're Gucci.
Like, why are you playing with the system, B?
But
it's the arrogance, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been famous and powerful for so long.
30 years.
Sometimes you get drunk with the power and you're like, I'm not going, like, you know what I mean? And he's paid, like, so many people off, even with all the Cassie stuff, all the other stuff. Like, he probably thinking, like, he's above the law. Like, he's been above the law for a long time.
Absolutely.
I can see that he's not even, like, he's delusional with it. Like,
fam, when you got this.
But that's not everyone looks like.
But
OJ.
But people got to talk to you.
OJ had the same confidence, dog. Like,
But OJ had a different, he only had one body on the. Excuse me. It was two. Excuse me to the Goldmans and the Cole Browns family. I don't mean it like that. We see guys beat bodies all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be Cameron and say N-words die every day, but
we know what
OJ wasn't fighting the same type of flood like he was fighting right now.
But pick one. Pick OJ. Pick Bill Cosby. Like it is what it is at the end of the day, right? Like you really can't. Once you get to a certain level, we were talking about this as well. You kind of max out. There's an expiry date on your success.
Glass ceiling.
So
man.
Obviously, we're not taking sides here. If everything is as it says, then you need to do your time and you gotta be responsible for your actions at the end of the day. But it just looks suspect, and the fact that they have him, as a flight risk, and they're saying that he has potential risk to intimidate witnesses. Why they're not giving him bail? Like it's, you could tell that he is going to be. They're going to try to put him under the jail.
Diddy's been implicated in a lot of hip hop murders and a lot of different things where his name has come up.
Where there's smoke, right?
So.
Yeah. Right?
Just off the strength of that, and them, Prodigy said it a long time ago.
Yeah.
He said that the hip hop cops were made to search after anybody related to Diddy.
Yeah.
And that's how they had a 92-page file on Diddy alone.
Yeah, everybody that the hip hop cops, at least from what I remember from back in the 90s, that actually the names were associated with them either went to jail or are dead. So, but in regards to that, a couple names have been popping up, and I've seen a couple faces on TVs that probably don't want to be there in that light. So Meek Mill has just been on defense mode on Twitter. Twitter
Nasty
fingers
work.
Meek is just he's doing a great PR job, dropping music, trying to distract you from it. We ran that Cybertruck today. Neo has been implicated in some of these baby oil parties, and
you told me a fact.
Crazy. The baby oil.
That's nuts.
It was crazy.
Tell him the fact you said about Neo, man.
So evidently there's a story, and again we can qualify it again for next week, but. From what I'm hearing is that Neo is implicated on some of the videos at some of these freak-offs, evidently bringing his kids to the freak-offs. So now Neo is getting some backlash, and again, even Ray J. I saw Ray J the other day on CNN talking about, listen, I was at the party. There was a lot of influential people in there. As a young artist, you want to kind of get on and be in those rooms. So what I'm seeing is that a lot of these people are doing three things. Like there are, a lot of high-profile people. You see the CEOs that have all stepped down.
They're out.
Right? So a lot of people are going to try to get in front of it,
right,
to defend it. They're either going to try to deny their involvement entirely, or they're going to play victim. And I think it's one of those three, but we're going to see a list of influential people that have been on top, people that, are household names, just start to really act sus in the next 6 months, I'd say. I think this case is going to drag on for at least a couple years.
This is some Jeffrey Epstein stuff.
For at least a couple years.
We're going to get list of our favorite artists that were at these parties and being implicated.
And you're hearing all the names. You're hearing the Jay-Z's. You're hearing like the JD's. Right? Like you're hearing all of the big execs. You're hearing Usher's name a lot.
But nobody's stepping up for Diddy though.
You're hearing Bieber's name.
I loved it. A lot of artists have been like, I was there, but I didn't stay late. Like, I loved it. Like, so you were there from 7:30 to 9. Like, I'm not believing that. Like, a lot of people have been saying that. Like, I was there early. Listen, I just came by, and I was like, this is crazy.
The hottest line I've heard so far is them saying he's not getting hit with the Rico. He's getting hit with the Freako.
Yeah, I like that
wild,
one.
Man.
And listen, the jokes are gonna fly, right? I think this is what the culture is at the end of the day, right? You're seeing, like, he got indicted, and for the next 2 days, all everyone talked about was 1,000 liters of baby oil. Right?
How did that even get released?
I don't even know.
What is that? Like, come on.
But I think it's part of the shame slander that goes along with that whole, that whole package of the fall.
And now they're playing wild interviews from before. Now they have a different slant because of the charges.
Yeah.
Artists like Shine are coming out and speaking on things
that
they never would have spoke on. But truthfully, coming up as a kid, we always knew don't sign with Diddy. You're only going to get one album. He's going to be a bigger star than you. And something happens to his artists. They either go to religion or they die.
Well, here's the thing, and that's to get out of the contract, you would say, right? Because, well, the dying part is not, but Mace, right? Like, he was probably the first one
Christian.
that stood out, right? He had, a lot of people say that was him either running from Harlem or getting out of his bad boy deal.
I think it was a bit of both.
Right? 112, that relationship dissolved. Big, in hindsight, we're hearing that he wanted to leave Bad Boy.
And he was
Mack,
doing wild stuff on the back end.
G-Dep.
Like he was writing for Junior Mafia and Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
And telling Puff he wasn't because of the publishing.
Yeah.
So he was trying to get around it that way. And we know he started a label with Undiaz, which ended up being Entertainment, which signed Lil' Kim because she was under Undiaz. Yeah. And then, Cam and Charlie Baltimore. But
Unstory's kind of ill still. We got to get to that in a later episode because he was heavily impacted hip-hop in the 90s.
Yo, but the story goes on like Black Rob.
Yeah.
G-Dep.
Mark Curry, who went crazy on him over the last 6
then
months.
All the people from his reality TV series.
Nobody
Freddie
is.
P,
Yeah.
Was it Aubrey O'Day?
Yo, where's
She
Dylon,
came
bro?
out.
Dylon. I want to hear what Dylon has to say right now, bro.
Dylon's more hurt by the Chappelle stuff, right?
did.
He said Chappelle really
But they
ruined
might
him.
all come out to get their little.
Why not?
Are you not trying to
Get
get
it
some
back.
bread though?
Might as well come back in the light.
Yeah, I can see all that.
I don't love the dogpiling, but I mean, if you could fix your situation.
But it's also something where
Or tell your side of the story,
Yeah.
right?
everybody's gonna want to know every detail. So
Yeah.
then there
No, for
is
sure.
a platform for them.
Yeah.
Because
Vlad's got a whole year now that he can
Oh
just do.
my, just bad boy. Just have a bad boy section
Vlad is
for it.
probably
yo.
already emailing all of these
Oh
people.
yeah.
Vlad is gonna go on tour with
So-
just a slander Diddy.
quick question for you, because he asked me, do you think Vlad is a culture vulture?
Yes.
All right.
I don't. Okay. Yes. He's
Yeah.
kind of like what's the other guy who's like he does it with the young rappers, Adam 22.
Right.
Okay.
It's like you never ask them like questions about like
What
how
they
did you
got
come
going
up?
on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
like the bad shit about
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
career or like how you fell off.
All
or
the
like,
poly and
like,
yeah.
He never really uplifts you in an interview. It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
I'm shitting on you, but you just think like you're
Yeah.
on camera now, like, and this is like good for you.
just
but,
about the
like,
shits, for
he
real.
spins it to make it look like he's helping you, but he's really like,
I also
you know,
think
I don't like him. Like you making money off the backs of like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some of our heroes, like
Yeah.
some of our heroes,
Yeah.
like
And I also think he's not doing it for the love of hip hop, because a lot of times he doesn't have facts. He doesn't really know about your career.
Yeah.
He just knows about the crazy parts of your
I'm
career.
still
and he's never got anyone like in their prime.
that
if
too.
you look at it.
It's a lot of people that need the
Like
look.
Yeah.
Keith Murray,
Right?
he gets like
Yeah.
Jamal was this guy. Like he never gets like anyone who's like in the moment
because you don't need him.
exactly,
Yeah, exactly.
and he doesn't want to
Exactly.
talk to you because
Exactly.
like you're killing. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, he's
You raise a good point. Shout out to Juice. Point Juice.